Hello, classy people. How y'all doing? My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm here at the Speed King studio. It is Tuesday afternoon. We're here to do the Iowa Derby, and I'm up in arms. Have these people lost their mind down in Iowa? Who's the morning line guy down there? I'm going to get to this very quickly. They got the Speed King fired up. I'm not happy because they're making a very bad mistake in the Iowa Derby. That's right, I said it here. But before we get going, let me just simmer down. Getting me all fired up on a Tuesday. If you're watching this video, do us a big favor, hit the red button, enjoy the jazz, subscribe, because each and every week we do major races throughout the nation. That's right, like the Iowa Derby. And we also let you want to ring the bell. That way you can get notified when the Speed King is up in arms. And I'm up in arms today. So please ring the bell, get notified, hit the subscription. That way you can be a part of this great community. Guess what? My listeners are much smarter than me. I'm always up the tree. I'm always out on the limb. And I'm always fired up. But now they really got the Speed King fired up about this Iowa Derby down there at Prairie Meadows. That's right. This weekend on Friday, down there, the sixth race, 250,000 going a mile and 16. It's a field of 9. And I was hey, listen, I was just walking along, kicking stones, minding my business. Got my past performances out, got my speed sheets here, got my coffee in the corner, and I'm reading the Iowa Derby. And I said, well, who is this morning line guy that's making this kind of mistake? Who is this guy? But anyway, let's go through the 9 of them. And I want to tell you why I'm up in arms very shortly. I'm not happy, but I am happy because I'm getting the odds that I want, so I think. It's a field of 9. How you people doing? Your Speed King, just simmer down, Mr. Speed King. Simmer down. I want to simmer down. I think I got a good thing. I think I got a lead pipe cinch in the Iowa Derby. It's like a yellow belly sapsucker. It's rare. You don't get this opportunity very often. But anyway, just settle down, Mr. Speed King. Well, I'm settled. Mile and 16, 6th race on Friday. Out there, beautiful Prairie Meadows. My boy David Osborne, that's his area. Hey, Mr. Dave, I'm simmering. And it's a field of 9. For a cool 250,000, it's a G3. 3-year-old straight colts. Oh, we know all the colts in the country. We've been doing this for the last 7 months, you and I. But anyway, the number 1 horse, no, tell me it ain't so, is that Proxy? Scratched. Once again, couldn't make the Ohio Derby, and now is null and void for the Iowa Derby. And they scratching me. He's had some physical problems, and good for the connections. Good for those guys, Michael Stenham, for taking care of the horse. We appreciate that. Got some problems, and let's just put it on the record now. When Proxy returns, we need to see a race first. So don't be getting all up in arms when Proxy comes back. We don't know what it is. We need to see it. So good for them. But let me dial into this, you know. Proxy's out, the number 1 horse, and the number 2 horse, Super Stock. That's right, that is your Arkansas Derby winner, Steve Asmussen, my guy, and Mr. Santana. Well, of course, the horse has 10 starts with 2 wins. The most impressive win was the Arkansas Derby. Now, it's my guy, but I read him properly. I don't be a homer. And let me say this. He had everything his way. It was set up beautifully. They lobbed up a softball, and Super Stock knocked it out of the park. He had what they call the perfect trip. Fast up front, saved ground, angled off to bye. That was 3 races ago. But since then, he went to the Kentucky Derby, finished 16th behind Medina Spirit. You know him, right? You know that Medina, yeah. And Mandaloo, who eventually will be your Derby winner. He ran 16th, super stock. My guy. Then they roll him back fairly soon, 30 days later, into a dirt stakes down there. Where at? At Lone Star. Runs behind Warrant and Right and Just. He ran 4th. I believe, now I'm not going to tell you Superstock can't run in this spot, because this field is suspect at best. But I believe that Louisiana Derby hurt him. You always hear me talk about small increments and big tops. I think that set him back 3 starts back. That is his biggest speed figure. It was probably April, May, June. It's been, 60 days, 70 days. So he should have recovered. He has 2 races subsequently, and his speed figures are okay. Now, is he going to be out of the money in this race? No, because the rest of the field is horrible. But I'm telling you right now, and I believe that race in the Louisiana Derby messed up his development. I'm not telling you that there's some pretenders in this race that can run by him. He's a nice horse. And it's Steve Asmussen. So, Superstock is obviously a win contender, particularly with Proxy out of this race. The number 3 horse, well, Bourbon Thunder. Bourbon Thunder, Ian Wilkes' horse, got 6 starts with 2 wins. The only thing to his credit, he has a maiden claiming win and a stake allowance, a starter allowance race, and you could throw the 3 horse directly off your ticket. 3 horse, Bourbon Thunder, out. The number 4 horse, well, Flash of Mischief, obviously buy into Mischief. Everybody know what that sire does. Got Mr. Gonzalez up, trained by Carl Broberg, the claiming genius. Well, the horse has 9 starts and 4 wins, 2 seconds and 1/3. That sounds like 7 times in the money. 4 of them are wins. The problem is that he's light. He does have a race 2 back in an overnight stake race. We know that Mr. Carl Broberg can absolutely train down there in Prairie Meadows. So we're going to give him a little respect, but not much. Not here. I don't particularly like Flash of Mischief. I love the bloodline into Mischief. I love Carl Broberg as much as y'all do. The horse do have 1 good number 2 races back, May 15th, that would contend. So if you want to use him underneath the number 4 horse, Flash Mischief, then be my guest. Me personally, let me tell you now, I'm going to throw him out. O-U-T. The number 4. Flash of Mischief. Well, here we go. Stiletto Boy. Well, Stiletto Boy is out of one of my favorite sires, Shackelford. And I have no idea who the trainer is, Anderson. I have no idea Dela Cruz is the jock. Okay. Got 1 win. 1 win? That's not going to happen. So let's not play games with Stiletto Boy. Can we go ahead and do what we do? What? Throw him out. Out. Of course, y'all know I've already read all these races. The number 6 horse, well, here's the interesting horse. This horse can run. Right and Just. Right and Just is by Awesome Again, and Awesome Again is absolutely awesome. Not only as a racehorse, but as a sire. Awesome Again, by Awesome Again, Right and Just. Well, David Caballero's up. You know that's his home track. You know he's going to be hustling. He's going to be hands and heels. He's going to be down on his belly. He's going to be running. And this horse is very, very fast. The number 6 horse is quick out the gate. A little light in the boots in terms of experience, in terms of stake company. The horse has 3 wins to his credit. Of course, he has that maiden win down there. And he has an allowance race down there that he won. And he has another allowance race. So he's got 2 wins and an allowance. The horse's speed figure, particularly his last number, is very, very good, and it puts him in the body of the race just like the 2-horse. His last speed figure is awesome. And they did give him 32 days off of that, but again, I don't know how salty he is. But the number 6 horse, Right and Just, should be considered. And here's the big thing. He is the engine in this race. This horse is speedy. And you know speed is king, and he's going to be forwardly placed, and I ain't going to be mad at him. So somewhere on my ticket, somewhere in my top 3 choices, you'll see the number 6, and it'll probably be in the 3rd choice. Trust me. So the number 6, we're pretty positive on. The number 7 horse, well, GAGETOWN. Well, GAGETOWN, you know, don't wait a minute. This horse is from the untouchable barn of Brad Cox. That makes this horse, GAGETOWN, a merry horse. Let's take a look. Well, he's got 7 starts. He got 2 wins. Obviously, one's a maiden special race as a 2-year-old. Came back his very last race, and he won an overnight stake race right here at Prairie Meadows. Speed figures is light. Each and every one of them are getting better. I don't think this is the spot for number 7, GAGETOWN, but if you want to use him underneath at 6-1, and he comes from the merry, merry barn of the untouchable Brad Cox, go ahead. Me, personally, I don't like him. So you know what I'm going to do. I'll use him underneath. How's that? All right, I won't just toss him out. All right, I'll give him a little respect. The number 8 horse is SNOWHOUSE. Well, it's going to be a winter storm for SNOWHOUSE. He's 3 starts. He's got 2 wins. He's trained, wait a minute, he's trained by Brad Cox, another merry horse. So the 7 and 8 are the untouchable horses. This horse is 8-1, SNOWHOUSE. He's out of Twirling Candy. He only got 3 starts, and each speed figure is improving, and that's always positive. He's a late shooter as a 3-year-old colt. So it does take a little time to just settle down and say this horse is a late starter as a 3-year-old. He's got 3 starts. Each and every speed figure from March of this year has gotten better. Coming off his best race, his 3rd race, he's got 34 days off, and he got Joe Rosario off. So he's got a 107 time form figure. The horse is owned and bred by Judd Mart. I wouldn't be so negative to throw this horse off the ticket. That's right, SNOWHOUSE. I mean, he's young. He didn't start with the rest of the 3-year-olds. You and I know them all, right? So SNOWHOUSE, I mean, I'm not going to... I think he's a little light in the boot as far as seasoning. But time form 93, 96, 107. Buyer straight up the thing. The horse last 2 races he won. He is a merry horse. He's from the untouchable barn of Brad Cox. He's got 32 days layoff, so he should have plenty of rest. He should be fit. He should be fresh. And the horse actually should get better. He shouldn't get worse. He only has 3 starts. So if that's the case, the number 8 should go forward. He really should. So I'll use him underneath. And then we have the number 9. Okay, this is why I'm up in arms. Nova RAGS, that's right. Trained by the one and only Billy Mott. The classy, classy Billy Mott. Have these people lost their mind? Now, I'm going to tell you something. Steve Asmussen, my other guy, you know, only got 2 top trainers in the world, and it's Billy Mott and Steve Asmussen. Bobby Frankel is no longer with us. That's my other guy. And Nova RAGS obviously is by Union RAGS, trained by the Hall of Famer, the best in the business. That's right, I said the best in the business, Billy Mott. There's nobody better, y'all. I mean, you could talk about Mandela and you could talk about Shug, and hey, listen, those are classy dudes. But there's nobody better than Billy Mott. In my opinion, I'm humble. And you know, of course, I got Asmussen, who got horses on every port in the country. But then there's Billy Mott, the classy Billy Mott. And Nova Rags, by Union Rags, got 7 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 1/3. And Billy brings them along right. So Billy Mott brings this here 2-year-old out in October of last year at Belmont, maiden special, and wins the race. Second start, November 8th, the Nashua Stakes, runs 4th to Picking Time, 10 for 10, and they stop on him for 69 days. Bring him out for a 3-year-old campaign down there at Tampa Bay. Camacho, Sammy Camacho's up. And the horse wins the stakes race, $425,000 going away. Then they take him to the Sam F. Davis Stakes. Speed figures are constantly getting better, not knocking himself out. Of course, he has plenty time. Time is the key. See Billy Mott. And they take him to the Sam F. Davis, and he runs second. To who? Candyman Rocket. Well, by the way, who trains Candyman Rocket? That's right, the classy Billy Mott. His third start as a 3-year-old, wait a minute, he shows up in the Florida Derby. Now, Billy Mott takes this horse from the Sam F. Davis, which is a grade 3, and he throws him to the wolves in the Florida Derby, not as a stake horse. Goes in the Florida Derby, runs 4th. Go watch the Florida Derby race. Union Rag is on the rail. It's a beautiful thing of beauty. And in between the calls, when you look at the running line, you don't see how far he takes these horses. But I'm telling you right now, in that race, course, Known Agenda won the race. You know who's in the race. Greatest Honor, Shug McGahee. Big respect for 4 to 5. And of course, in that race, Soups and Sandwich, who had dogged Nova Rags all the way around the track. Don't believe me? Go watch it for yourself. Dogged them. Nova Rags 13 to 1. You know, Soups and Sandwich 13 to 1. And it may be the best race that Nova Rags have ever ran in the Florida Derby. And of course, you know that Spielberg's in the race. I think that's Bob and Bob. And of course, Calibrate. Known Agenda wins it. Soups and Sandwiches run second. The 4 to 5 favorite, Shug McGahee, with Greatest Honor, finished 3rd. They stopped on him. He doesn't show up for the Derby. This is the cream of the crop, y'all. And by the way, Nova Rags run 4. Are you telling me that there's somebody in this race as good as Known Agenda? Are you telling me that there's somebody in this race as fast and as talented as Soups and Sandwiches? Are you telling me there is a horse in this race called Greatest Honor or just as good? Nova Rags ran 4th. There's no Calibrates in this race either. And by the way, Spielberg ain't nothing to sneeze at. So would you somebody please tell the Speed King how Nova Rag is not 8 to 5. I love this horse in this spot. I know it's my guy, but I see 9 to 2, and I'm saying they're making a bad mistake. That's right. So there's your 9 suspects in the Iowa Derby. Let me get some funk going on. I'm just about out of time right now, folks. But as you well know, there it is. I think Nova Rags is a good thing. I do. If you telling me there's some Greatest Honors in here, I don't think so. If you telling me there's some Known Agendas in here, I don't think so. I ain't seen nobody that looks like a soup or a sandwich in this race. The Speed King is up in arms. Who is my top picks? Nova Rags is my guy, the Hall of Famer. I understand. My boy, Superstock and Asmussen is our second choice. And you know what? We'll give Justin Wright the 3rd spot. But we love them. We love Nova Rags in this spot. Hey, y'all, there's the Iowa Derby. The Soup and Sandwich, I don't see them. The Greatest Honors, I don't see them. It's all Mr. Mott. Come with me. Watch this. Watch Billy do his work. Stay classy in all you do.